It's almost Christmas time for all those noob Gorilla Tag players that are getting headsets this year. Here is an ultimate Gorilla Tag tutorial guide for everything Gorilla Tag that you would ever need. By the end of this video, you will learn how to play Gorilla Tag, the best monkey VR game. The basics of the game, some of the advanced stuff as well. Subscribe if you learn how to play, and let me know down below if you do. Starting at the very basics, this is tutorial. This is where you will first spawn when you open the game for the first time, and only the first time. While you're here, you should get your bearings on how to actually move. And it's pretty simple. All you have to know is that there's a ball on each of your hands, and the fingers don't matter. So you can just make a fist, and that's pretty much your hit zone. Then all you want to do is you just make your hand hit the ground. And you want to do it like a monkey. Don't try and hit yourself. You want to make sure you're doing it to the side. When you start playing, you're probably going to end up moving something like this, really stilted. You always want to do a follow through. Do a follow through, always at your side. And if you need to, kind of hunch down like a monkey. And just... This wall will be your first challenge. It took me like 15 minutes to get over this wall when I first started playing the game. Just jump over, use the wall to help. As you come this way towards the end of the tutorial, you have two paths you can go. You can go up the easy path or the hard path. I would recommend going through the hard path so you can learn how to wall climb. It's pretty easy in theory. All you have to do is just hit the wall. And then just hit it again. And you just keep going with it. Timing is the most important thing. Wait until you actually hit the wall before you actually swing your hand, or you'll end up just falling. But once you make it up here, it is time to enter actual Gorilla Tag, the Gorilla World. Welcome to Forest. Woo! So when you first jump down here, you will be set into a public lobby of Gorilla Tag. Instantly into the game, run away from the lava monkeys while you can. I'll get into more of how to play in a second, but just so you're not stuck here, let's move over to the stump, which is just right here. You just gotta walk up that. You just come up the ramp here, and then jump up. And you enter the stump. The stump is pretty much your hub. You'll spawn here, pretty much right here, every time after you've been to tutorial and you came out. You have your Gorilla Code of Conduct, don't break any of the rules. You have your game mode selector, casual, infection, hunt, and paintball. We'll get into those later. The message of the day, which is currently some Christmas winter stuff, as well as the computer and cosmetics. Up in the top right, there is an info card on a settings guide for the computer where I just go over each of these tabs. And we'll get into the cosmetics later when we check out City. But for now, back to Forest. And now it's time for some of the basics of how to play Gorilla Tag, our favorite monkey game. It comes down to two words, monkey parkour. And you can add some parentheses and add legless in there too. But you want to do it the best way possible, which is going fast. And if you want to go fast, it's pretty easy. You want to go as lateral as possible. You want to go forward. You don't want to have a huge arc because then you're losing speed. You want to be almost sliding on the ground with your butt. And it would be the difference between moving this fast, kind of just chill, versus this. And again, sometimes being a hunched over little monkey can actually help. You like another one of the basics. All you do is you pinch, and then you throw yourself, pinch again, throw yourself, pinch again. And here's a maybe good view of that. Let me just kind of... I have to stare at the camera for it, but... Just pinch, pinch, pinch. And the next most important thing you need to be able to do in Gorilla Tag is wall climb. Climbing the walls. And it's pretty easy, again, in theory. Your goal is to hit the wall with your hand and turn your hand to actually match the wall. Just for your best little visualization. And then you just want to wait when you hit the wall and then swing. You don't want to swing too fast. And then you want to get the timing. Each wall's different, but it'll all feel the same eventually. And eventually get up here to the slippery walls where you can hit, but like you lose a lot of your speed. And there's a lot of places to wall climb. You can wall climb up a single wall if you wanted, and we're good enough. But pretty much any corner. This is another one of the main corners. You just come here and just get the feeling. Just boop, 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 boop. The biggest problem people have is that when they wall climb, they'll end up pushing themselves away from the wall. The best way for me to explain how to try and fix that is to hit yourself towards the other wall, not away from the wall you're currently on. You're always kind of hitting to the side. It's like always, it's to the side. And there's double walls here just like that were in tutorial, and you can just climb up these, and you can just get really good with these walls. These are my favorite walls. And as well as that, you can see many trees, and you will need to use these to route yourself, to do some parkour, get away from the lava monkeys. And that is where our next thing comes in, branching. Just going from branch to branch. And it's really easy. It's really just map sense. You need to play the game, learn the map, you learn the distances, the feeling, And then you'll eventually just get really good at it. You just learn where you can and can't jump, and it'll end up second nature. A good thing to know is that all of the trees are really the same tree, just scaled differently and rotated. So if you learn one tree really well, you can learn the other trees pretty easily. And then there's also scaling, which is going up a tree, which, I mean, it's got its own things too. You have to be careful of where your arms are going around the branches and all that. But for the most part, you can skip a lot of it just by pinch climbing. It might be stressful, but with some practice, I know you can do it. And if this map is not something you like, there are plenty of other maps to try and play to get some gorilla fun that you would like. Like the beach map through this secret tunnel over here. It has ropes and zip lines that you can see that you just have to grab. And here we are at the beach map. Plenty of water for our new mechanic, swimming. But swimming is pretty self-explanatory. You jump in the water and you swim. And it's all about your hand direction. The inside of your hand is what matters. You want to have the inside of your hands out. So when you're in the water, you can swim. Woo! And there's plenty of ways you can do it. You can do it sideways if you want. This is the way I like to swim. I can get more speed this way. There's plenty of other ways to swim. Just find something that works for you. And now it's time to showcase some more stuff. So we have the canyons map over here. One of my favorite maps. You have a lot of ropes and zip lines around. There's a big pit and there's a lot of high walls. And you have to use a lot of wall climbing. This was the perfect map to learn how to wall climb. This is where I practiced. Then down the hole and stump, we have the cave map, or what is now known as Crystal Caverns. You slide down here and you end up in a big kind of mine shaft cave thing. Woo! This one is a pretty intricate but flat map, and also it's pretty musical. You also have a piano. Then on the way to city, you'll be able to have another map, which is the cloud map with a very long tube that you get shot out of. Whee! And you go back through another tube. But this place is, you're just up on clouds. You're a bit faster up here, so it's a bit different than everywhere else in the game. And then we'll come back to the city map, but the city map is a little hub place itself with a dungeon and mountain map. We'll go to dungeon first. Open the door by putting your hand on that thing, and you walk in. Nice 80s basement with a bunch of 80s stuff. Like you got posters and like D&D things. Like right here you got like a nice little maze where you can get tiny by just like walking through here. And then over here you have the mountains map, which introduces another new main mechanic to Gorilla Tag, which is sliding, where you'll slide on your hands. And then you can tilt your hand to change which way you're going to slide. I don't enjoy the sliding too much, but I know it is also very, very popular in the community. And now we're back to City, the place where you can buy your cosmetics. When you first get Gorilla Tag, you'll have probably like 500 shiny rocks, and you'll get 100 more every 24 hours. Using these shiny rocks, you can buy any of these things here. Just, you can buy one, you can customize yourself, have some pins, get hats. And then around some of these huts out here, you'll find some cosmetics as well. All of those cosmetics are permanent, but there's also a limited time cosmetic stand right here, which is right now Holiday 2023. And then we also have the competitive obstacle course right here, which you have to get all the way to the end and then press that red button to unlock the competitive queue. And now that we are done with the overview of the Gorilla World, let's get into the different game modes you have to play. The first one, the one I'm on right now, is casual, where nothing happens. You just monkey around, good for practice, good for chilling, good for talking. But then you have Infection, which is monkey tag, the thing that you've probably seen most from Gorilla Tag. And then we also have Hunt. Hunt is a targeting game mode where you are given a watch and it will tell you your target, what they are wearing, and how far away they are. You have to tag them before the person that is targeting you tags you. Last two standing win. And then we have Paint Brawl, which is team slingshot battles. You have 3 balloons attached to you, which are your lives, and whenever someone from the other team shoots you with one of the slingshots, then you lose one of your lives. Last team standing wins. And that is pretty much everything you need to know about Gorilla Tag. If this helped you learn how to play, subscribe, leave a like, comment down below. That's gonna be the end of this video. Goodbye.